expected to get out of that foursome comfortably. Okoye sorts out his feet, takes no chances. Okoye sorts out his feet, takes no chances.
Phoenix browser. Fast and safe.
L'application pour regarder le football en direct gratuitement.
Martinez, the kind you want. Serious juggling. He was serious talent for sure. He was in charge. An equally talented Belgian group. Second in the world going into the World Cup. Second in the world going into the Intel World Cup. Didn't make it out of the groups. Semedo in there. Semedo. First in four, winning the free kick. Skills. Shell. Big topic, a little bit late coming in. Big topic. His present and his future. How long he may stay or not, how much he'll be paid. How long he may stay or not, how much he'll be paid. Seems to be, has he done enough? Very much in the minds of the Super Eagles fans. Has he done enough? Public apparently split. Decent effort at resurrecting their World Cup qualification campaign. Just had a bit of the game. Starts indeed go short to Simon and back to Deli Bashiru. Bassi, he wouldn't expect to be dropping out of the pack and into a shooting position, but it was him. Scored once for his country, not from that far out. 45th cap for Calvin Bassi tonight. See Semedo tugging in again there. Bassi's clearance wasn't a very good one. Bruno Fernandes well cut out by Niamaechi. Here he is again. Regular left back. Niamaechi of Olympiacos. Semedo's seeing plenty of it. Nice from Vitinha. Cow trying something tricky. He's had a very good season for Sporting. Cisco couldn't count. Scored for his country. A couple of games ago against the USA in March. Dini to Niamaechi. Simon the target. One cap behind Alex Iwobi. His next will be his 100th. Running at Ruben Diaz. Right idea to try and pick out Iwobi. Just well defended. Here goes. Already bits Semenyo in towards Ronaldo. Well, that wasn't supposed to happen. Everyone, especially him, expecting international goal number 144, and he was on. But it is not in. And it should have been. Another winner's medal in the bag recently. And that's it. Shots here at the other end, and that's also caught wide of the near post. Neither keeper worked. So Inacio got sucked in there, and poor Adams. His reputation is growing. There's probably a chance to grow it a little more just there. Right, start here. Shot 10 minutes from both. He came into the international scene, Adams, in October of last year and scored on debut. He's already scored 5 in 14 caps before this one. Fractionally late challenge there. Bruno Fernandes. Scored in the win over Chile the other day. The Football Writers Player of the Year in England, having set a new record for assists in the Premier League. There's another Premier Leaguer, his teammate Diogo Dalot, who does well to hook that in there. That's very calmly done by Niamaechi. Another who is now in the Premier League, has been before, and is again now. Hull City promoted to the English top flight. Massey, of course, already plays there with Fulham. Whose Portuguese coach, Marco Silva, has since departed for Benfica. Big news for Portugal. High press from the Portuguese here. Massey's been good enough to get round. Forward by Iwobi. Here goes Simon. Back to Iwobi, another Fulham player. And Didi. 79 internationals. We expected this one to go in there, didn't we? Actually, not all that close, relatively speaking, in the end. One presumes he will play against the Congo next week. Incredible, but that will be his 53rd tournament appearance alone for the Portuguese. All the big numbers are his. Fernandez looking early. Right idea. Overhit. Headroom. Straight onto it. Beautiful footwork. Good use of the body. Terrific. What a player he is. He's been for someone. Too sharp for Hardy. We'll see winner. Target that. It's been cut out. Here's Adams. João Neves. Bassi knew what he was doing there. Fernandez scored a late controversial penalty against Bassi's Fulham early in the season. Bassi himself had been involved in a big VAR call in that game. Adams does well. Unexpectedly good showing. Bear in mind the failure only a month before to make it to the World Cup, but certainly a lot of good football, a lot of goals. 14 of them in their 7 games. A pretty awesome demolition job on Algeria in the quarter-final before they fell to the host Morocco in the semi-final and they got bronze. be. Push it through there for Simon. Trincao. Semedo. Gonzalo Inacio. He's winning this week with a potential move to the Premier League at Liverpool. Gonzalo Inacio, sporting centre back. Here's Dallo. Nicely done. Pretty football. Without the finishing touch. Now, counter. Real possibilities here. Delibashiru onto Adams. Back to Delibashiru. Can he find the angle with a shot? Captimo. Suddenly there's a whole lot of red in the way. And it's placed pass. And the counter will be countered. Trincao. Maybe not. Just can't win. Neto still waits for a meaningful touch. Charge of Belgian national side for the Spaniard Martinez. Mentioned that full show in Qatar. The World Cup before, 2018, was good. Won all three in the group. Great comeback to beat the Japanese. They beat Brazil in the quarter-final and edged out by France in the semi-final. The old generation and all that. Portugal were once famous for their run, but I tell you what, this behaviour required for however long he's on the field for. That's a nice way to pass, and here is Pedro Neto. Finally, he'll be thinking. That was the criticism of him from Chelsea fans all season long. All that speed, but then not taking on his fullback. He's just done it there when his first chance. Dini wanted a yellow card for him. Qatar last time around. Here's the goal. One winger started it off, Trinco, and the other Pedro Neto finished it off. Jay here, maybe hedging his bets, not thinking about the fact Neto had won it on his left. That little delay, hugely costly. Scored a hat-trick in the English FA Cup against Hull City. In the middle of February, Pedro Neto did not score again all season for Chelsea as they stuttered through to a joint worst finish in recent memory. Certainly wasn't the only one struggling. Well, he's had one sight of goal, Akko Adams. How do they get him some more? Would be acutely aware of his chance to shine with Darren Murphy only on the bench. Lukman, Osman, Nikov at all in this Nigerian group. 5'3" and physical. Too physical on Ignacio there. Just don't do it, however soft it may feel. He's running back towards his own byline. Just can't help themselves. 10 goals in La Liga last season for Zinedine Adams. 5 in just 14 caps for the Super Eagles. That's a good introduction. Another. Yamaguchi there. Very careful, having been booked already. Don't think that Nelson Semedo doesn't know it. That is a seriously risky challenge, friendly or not. You've already been carded. Scored the goal, he's going to take the free kick. 15 or so to go in this half. Chipped into a big crowd and smashed by Bruno Fernandes. A more delicate but equally important touch from Luca Okoye to keep it out. Cracking kick. Two chances in the half for CR7. An agonising wait. International goal number 144. Yamaguchi will either have to be impeccably behaved now or substituted. I don't think he's going to get on with another one. Adams running that line again and well. Numbers like that. Tight technical side. There's one that went astray from Trincao. Didi doing what he's done very well for a very long time. Tristan Didi fighting up in central midfield. Just in his first season in Turkey. Beşiktaş. Following 8 years with Leicester City in England. Successive relegation from them to the third tier of the English game. He was part of the side that played in the UEFA Champions League. Simon running at Ruben Diaz and doing well. Ignacio was there with an important block as Adams was waiting for a relatively simple finish. Break could be on. given. Adams again, strong and keen, and here he is. Can he find the target? Yes, he can. 1-1. New on the scene, but quite the hot shot for the Super Eagles. Go on, Adams. Barely been an international for 6 months. He's got his 6th international goal already. And it's his strength and perseverance that has made this one possible. Less than a minute after that big chance at the other end that should have been a Portugal corner. 1-1 in Ledia. And he continues to do what he can in the absence of Lookman and Osimhen. He looks like an awkward customer to defend against. Young and raw, certainly, but powerful, and now on target. And it's dampened the mood. Frustrated that he couldn't control Bruno Fernandes. Ronaldo. Bruno Fernandes again. Heading for next. Portugal sliding forward. Nigeria sliding back. And now, well, it could have been a counter. It's a heavy touch to David Christian Akpan. Ruben Diaz did well to save the day and keep the ball in. Players trying to impress to stay in his lineup. I think Nigeria have been pretty impressive considering they don't have those factors at play. Made a run, not used. Trincão's got it instead. Trincão again. One presumes that was meant to be a cross. Might even count as a shot on target. Costa. Yeah, to make a save of any real note. It's nearly half time, but that one was flying past him. It's not Joe Neves dropping in, it's Vitinha to do the same. Challenge. Don't really get away with them anymore. Neto's fractionally in front of him. Bashir are far more physical. Was it last year in Italy, Bashir was a youngster of Manchester City with his brother Tom. Currently at Watford in the English second tier. It's Bruno Fernandes, too much on it for Red.
L'application pour regarder le football en direct gratuitement.
To Iwobi. Now they can find the space. This is Fulham teammate Calvin Bassey. Yamaichi. He'll come out for the second half. Very finally. Not seen much of him. Solo Ignacio slices out the clearance. It was anything will do. Indeed, he invited. For the second time, he has a pop from distance. This one wins a corner. Good delivery right into the mix. And he's got it back in. Bassey. Simon. Two of them went for that. And the flag is up anyway as we go to the final minute of the first half stoppage time. Good spot. Goal scorer gone early. Now, Pedro Neto. The flag's up for that one as well. Nervous wait. Christian Pagner. And another good decision. It's the kind you kind of expect them to let go and let VAR deal with if it needs to these days, but bang on. Spanish assistance tonight. He didn't half-time whistle. It was a good half. It really was. A couple of chances for Ronaldo. A couple of chances for Akko Adams as well, and he took it to equalise the Pedro Neto opener. Plenty of smart, bright football from the Portuguese, as you would expect, but they are not winning, as you would expect. And this Nigerian team that has been improving from the moment it failed to qualify for the World Cup are doing a pretty good job in Lady here. The half-time score is Portugal 1, Nigeria 1.
Saturday at 7 Eastern on FS1.
This is the season finale. He's unfrozen.
The fourth line. Ready to take him out.
Someone here has been talking a lot of game.
Get real now.
Player, white line.
Just like before, washer.
Hunger Game.
Buddha.
Ding ding.
Wow! You have won $250,000.
Meet the Electric XP4. Your foldable, powerful, go-anywhere electric bike. Ride up to 28 miles per hour with a motor built for speed and torque. Travel up to 65 miles on single charge. Stop quickly with hydraulic brakes and ride comfortably with front suspension. And when you're done, fold it up in seconds for easy storage. Electric is America's favorite e-bike. Get out, get going, get the Electric XP4.
This brain is 4% larger than average. From watching FS1's daily shows, Colin Cowherd, engineered to activate your logical thinking and decision making here, and definitely here. First things first. Here, it's thought processing, overstimulated. Beautiful. And this is the chaos zone, triggered by Barstool. They hit the abstract center, where play and instinct live. Meet Gaze on FS1. No brainer.
America's favorite sports television. That's all. Speaking into it, that's right.
Some sports talk shows have to be seen to be believed.
No other show in America. No other show in the world.
Elite insight,
They can't get off the field.
trusted voices,
That's what I'm banking on. Their heart.
and self-proclaimed
Cogent analysis. No. What does that even mean?
And always calling it like they see it.
I love it.
First things first. Weekdays at 3 Eastern on FS1. This is the big leagues. 4 international territories. Compete for the title.
You got it going on, girl.
Global Master Chef.
Wow.
Showstopper.
It's Master Chef. Anything can happen.
Mike 3 Doles is launching.
Tell them I say hi.
Master Chef returns July 15th after the World Cup on Fox.
Are you guys ready to play?
July 13th is all about big brains and big balls. The 1% Club kicks things off.
What is the missing vowel? Cassandra,
I wrote X.
you know what a vowel is.
Right.
Then it's the quiz with balls.
Which of these are poems? Here's a poem for you. Is one of you going to call? Release the ball.
The 1% Club and the quiz with balls return after the World Cup July 13th on Fox.
Argentina has won the World Cup. No, that's not good. France has won the World Cup. Canada is hosting the World Cup. Brazil has won the World Cup. Japan, Mexico, Norway should be happy they're in the World Cup. Zlatan of the Republic of Zlatan has won the World Cup. Perfect.
kumbwira ati sindi buboneke
$1, $2, $3, $4, $5. If only everything worked like ShopLC's $1 auctions. $10. Here, thousands of items start at just $1. With unlimited bids, you could score big for a whole lot less on ShopLC.com.
Buying or selling a home has gotten hard. Inventory is tight and interest rates are high. Making a move can be scary. That's why who you work with matters. I partner with HomeLight to help our clients win in any situation. Our buyers find great deals on their dream homes, and our sellers get top dollar, even in a challenging market. HomeLight gives our clients the edge they need, and together, we all win.
If your swing starts to fall apart on the back nine, you've got to try this. The Soko supportive short stabilize your hip and back with high-strength cables knitted directly into the fabric. Don't let pain hold you back on the course. Learn more at Soko.com.
This brain is 4% larger than average. From watching FS1's daily shows, Colin Cowherd, engineered to activate your logical thinking and decision-making. Here, indefinitely here. First things first. Here, it's thought processing, overstimulated. Beautiful. And this is the chaos zone, triggered by Barstool. They hit the abstract center, where play and instinct live. We gaze on FS1. No-brainer.
America's favorite sports television channel.
Speaking into it, that's right.
Some sports talk shows have to be seen to be believed.
No other show in America has
No other show in the world.
Elite insight,
They can't get off the field.
trusted voices,
That's what I'm banking on. They're hard.
and self-proclaimed
Coaching
coaches.
analysis.
No. What does that even mean?
And always calling it like they see it.
I love it.
First things first, weekdays at 3 Eastern on FS1.
Are you guys ready to play?
July 13th, it's all about big brains and big balls.
Let's get it on!
The 1% Club kicks things off.
What is the missing vowel? Cassandra,
I wrote eggs.
you know what a vowel is.
Right.
Then it's the quiz with balls.
Which of these are poems? Here's a poem for you. Is one of you going to call Release the Ball?
The 1% Club and the quiz with balls return after the World Cup July 13th on Fox.
I'm Miles Penn, founder of M Tailor. Finding clothes that fit is a hassle. Standard clothing uses just 2 measurements. M Tailor's custom clothing uses 7 or more measurements for the perfect fit. Our tech measures you 20% better than a tailor using just your phone. Whether you are so big or so small, we fit you all. M Tailor offers free returns and free shipping. Made to measure jeans start at just $79, dress shirts at $69, Suits $3.99. Download the MTaylor app or visit mtaylor.com today.
Are you a veteran or military spouse navigating a career transition? You don't have to do it alone. At American Corporate Partners, we connect you with one-on-one mentors, experienced professionals who can help you find a job, earn a promotion, or launch a business. It's free, it's personalized, and it works. Visit acp-usa.org to sign up as a protege, become a mentor, or support our mission, because their service deserves our service.
All right, I'm going to change your world. That's going to be interesting. Let's go. I love to root for great. Yeah. I want to watch history. Ooh, you want to root for the underdog. Good luck with that. In sports, people hate what they fear. They hate the Cowboys. They hate LeBron. I've got a lot of haters. Truth hurts sometimes. I'm controversial when I don't even need to be. It doesn't matter how many times I'm right. You'll still argue with me. This is The Herd.
This is the big leagues. 4 international territories. Compete for the title.
You got it going on, girl.
Of Global Master Chef.
Wow! Showstopper. It's Master Chef. Anything can happen.
My 3 daughters are watching.
Tell them I say hi.
Master Chef returns July 15th after the World Cup on Fox.
This is the season finale. She's unfrozen.
White wine.
Looks like Buddha. Wow! $250,000.
Saturday on FS1. You want an NL Primetime Showdown? We got you. We got Bryce Harper and the Bills.
This place explodes.
We got Christian Gallis and the Brew Crew. Saturday at 7 Eastern on FS1.
Argentina has won the World Cup. No, that's not good. France has won the World Cup. Canada is hosting the World Cup. Brazil has won the World Cup. Japan, Mexico, Norway should be happy they're in the World Cup. Zlatan of the Republic of Zlatan has won the World Cup. Perfect.
Are you guys ready to play?
July 13th is all about big brains and big balls. The 1% Club kicks things off.
What is the missing vowel? Cassandra,
I wrote eggs.
you know what a vowel is.
Right.
Then it's the quiz with balls.
Which of these are poems? Here's a poem for you. Is one of you going to call? Release the ball.
The 1% Club and the quiz with balls return after the World Cup July 13th on Fox. changes, it looks like, for Portugal here at half-time. João Felix, João Cancelo, Renato Veiga, Francisco Conceição, Thomas Araújo, Ruben Neves and Nuno Mendes all coming on. And Bernardo Silva will have a new home as of next season, having brought a brilliant Manchester City career to an end. There's João Felix rather. No space just yet for those two, but I'm sure we'll see Gonzalo Ramos and Mateus Nunes before too long. South Juventus amongst the wholesale changes from Roberto Martinez. All of that will have been planned before, regardless of scoreline. The captain's still on. Was 45 out last week. Nigeria staying the same for now. And they have been excellent opposition. Samuel Costa, Yorker, also on. Central field. Here is Thomas Araújo, one of the newer additions to the international scene, just a fifth cap for him tonight. A nice few gentle touches on the ball to get himself into the action. Here he is again. Renato Veiga, his centre-back partner for now, but Ruben Neves and Gonzalo Inacio more than likely to be the starters in Houston a week from now. Here's Conceição. Nice timing of the pass there. So in at right back. Also made Mendes at left back. Diogo Dalot. What a hit that is. Not for the first time tonight. Dugo Okoye palming a fiercely hit strike over his bar for a corner. João Felix bang on target with his first touch. Scored a couple of games ago against the USA. Plays with Ronaldo these days, Al Nassr. Cancelo takes the corner. Headed out by Ndidi, that's worth the hit. What a hit! Even better than the last one. João Felix asking the question, did it go over the line? Quivering crossbar, but no second Portuguese goal. He has come close twice within a couple of minutes of his introduction. That was ferocious. Perhaps he'll leave that and breathe. close. What a hit. And lots of the ball was over the line. Apparently not all of it. A couple of blades of grass, I think. Slightly behind him. Just him and the keeper, in fact, keeping their places. He was onside. And yes, it was behind him, but maybe he should have had a touch. Something to work on. Three decent chances by his standards. Astonishing, he hasn't found the net. Portugal have started very brightly this second half. Here he is again. White in front of him. This out. Can't be headed back. By Onyemiachi, who has stayed on. Fresh attacking legs running at him and testing out that yellow card. Neatly done by Bernardo, you'd expect nothing else. Bassi has pitched it from Ronaldo. Nicely done. Great feed from the big defender. Looks like it's all over the line, but nope. That's what the technology's for. To Ndidi. Right idea, right execution. And Mendes has picked it off. The other two Paris Saint-Germain Champions League winners. Getting the second half off. Mendes is brought on by him, reminding us all what talent they have at their disposal, Portugal. This is the UEFA Nations League last year. That particular title defence begins in September. Beat Spain. The native land, of course, of Martinez. Via a penalty shootout in that final last year. Nuno Mendes up the left in front. Strong defending again from Bassi. He's had to do that a few times tonight. Bending it in behind. Ronaldo was waiting to flick the header in. Semi Ajayi got there first. can find the gaps, Portugal. They're moving it very nicely. Conceição. Cancelo is deep. Felix, his third effort in 9 minutes, is coming on. A couple of times when they ended up World Cup qualification with a 5-0 win over Armenia. Portugal finished qualification with a 9-1 win against the same opponent. Neves. Conceição. Cut out by Bassi. One back by João Felix. Dominant second half so far from the Portuguese. Feels like it's coming. To João Cancelo. Good pressure defensively from the Nigerians. Portugal looking to put up to a point. There's their number 9. A nation that not often been famed for having one. Not that Ronaldo's done a bad job of goal scoring over the years. That used to be the thing. The downside, supposedly, even in their golden generation. Mix of Pauletta, Postiga. It's always felt they had a 9 out of 10 team with a 7 out of 10 centre forward. Ronaldo here to Conceição. Wilfred Ndidi. Not for the first time tonight. Intervene in the nick of time. Neves got a big goal in qualifying. Header and stoppage time to beat the Irish 1-0. It was his first international goal. His 67th cap tonight. I wondered if they might make some of these changes at the break. It did look like Abdelaiva when it was going to come on. Well, he is now. So too, Tele Moffi, Frank Onyeka, Zaidu Sanusi. Well, a decent debut, I think, there for Christian Akpan. But when it coming on for just his second cap, there's Onyeka for his 45th. Simon, well, his next cap will be number 100. Probably against Madagascar in September. Sarah Moffi, be fairly well known to some of these players, because he spent not playing all that much time on loan at Porto last term from Nice. Ajayi going off at the back. There's another Porto player, far more regular one, Zaidu Sanusi, coming up 6 years at Porto. Looks like Onyemaechi has moved to centre half, in that with Bassi and Zaidu Sanusi here. And that is preferred left back. Wobie. And he could turn. There's Onyeka, promoted with Coventry City to the English Premier League. Was a Premier League player anyway in his time in West London with Brentford. Wobie. Cancelo. Big cross-field ball right back to left back. Nuno Mendes has controlled it nicely, but only 4-0 win it. Debuted last time out against the Poles. Gets his second cap. Ronaldo. Spotting a chance to catch them unawares, but they weren't unawares. She spotted that pretty well. Phillips making his run, Iwobi saw it but thought better of it. Ndidika of Club Brugge is on as well. He's a good all-action midfielder. That's him finding a Wobie there. Behind Moffi. Ronaldo. Gonzalo Ramos is coming soon, maybe even now. He took a little risk in trying to pinch that from Ronaldo, but it worked and he drew the foul himself in the end. Quick thinking, wasn't it, Nuno Mendes to Ronaldo here? Well, no goal for the superstar of all superstars. Maybe he's saving it for DR Congo next week. That completes the full outfield 10 changes from Roberto Martinez. run out tonight, Gonzalo Ramos. Well, any game without a goal is a disappointment. Moby. To pull the trigger there, Moffat. One league goal for Porto, one in Europe, that's all. Didn't play all that much, in fairness. On loan from Nice, Terran Moffat. Is up there with Adams as opposed to instead of him.
Like, listen to this.
Desire. Adams, for Shearing, got it to him. But it did come barely half a minute after Portugal were not awarded a corner when they should have been at the other end. as is often the case with friendly internationals. Reams and reams of changes can take a bit of the fizz out of it. Should get going again now. Yamaichi to Sanusi. He's back in the crowd too. Onyeka. Nice bit of disguise. A tough take that from Moffy, in fairness to him.
Real fans know, if you're not sitting before kickoff, you're not ready.
Onyeka was a favourite. Immaculate. Good job too. Braga initially, Samu Costa, but has been playing in Spain for a good while now. Promoted with Almeria, 3 seasons with Mallorca recently. His problem is the position in that central midfield. Bernardo Silva, Ruben Neves at the moment, Vitinha and João Neves before that. And some competition. Costa here, the only Portugueser on the field who started the match. Actually had very much to do. Quite the other end has made a few spectacular saves. Here comes Nuno Mendes with options. It's a bit in front of Cancelo and a bit behind Conceição. They're both out of touch now. João Cancelo bending it in. Straight onto the head of Bassi. That early Portuguese fire in this half. See if they can reignite it here. See again. Quite an obstacle. Murphy. Be surprised if he didn't finish this game. A lot of movement off the ball from João Felix. Now Cancelo. Conceição again. Brilliant goal! We can all see that tiny gap. Francisco Conceição has just found it. And even the very best applaud. A little burst of acceleration. And there was a corridor to thread it through, and he did. Quite brilliantly. Portugal have their lead back. Let's see if they can keep hold of it this time. That is a beauty. Made some good stops tonight by Duvergo, and he had no hope with that, even without the traffic in front of him. The Uwe boy. Sergio was top player himself. He's now scored for his country for the fourth time, one in qualifying. Scored some Champions League goals for Juventus this season too. He's a fine player in his own right. He's just shown you that there. Final 15 to 20 minutes here. Once again, Nigeria must come from behind. Chunking into the challenge there. Yamaichi, who has not held off at all since being booked, which is either brave or foolish. And they are making that point right now, both to him and to the referee here. He's just soured a little nibble afterwards, didn't he? Portuguese young starlets are. Portuguese young starlets are. Nadi making way here. We're going to see it on Lacho in a minute, and it's where you got this. There he is, all in action. Mateus Nunes also coming on. Another good night in the office for Adams. So Mendes played half an hour or so. Join the group following the prolonged season of success again with Paris Saint-Germain. Now, any injury. This close to World Cup time. It's potentially.
Like, listen to this.
Substitutes earlier this evening. It's another one of the Fulham contingent on. With Iwobi and Bassi. They're still in it. And in fairness to them, given that they have far less for which to play, put in a pretty strong effort there. It's not been a turn up and stroke it around and jog rather than sprint. They've gone for it, Nigeria. They've given this team a good test, and I'm sure it'd be pleased for that, actually. Far better than having 90 minutes against a team that really is playing as if they don't have anything for which to play. We're out. Ratchet, such a giant. Even if he doesn't win it first time around, he can second time around. But the diminutive Portuguese have played it round him. Risk for Bawene, he's got away with it. Now Chukwueze passes on to Moffat. Put it blind and now trying to dribble his way through. Jacques Cancelo's done his job. Now Araujo's down. Here's why. That's in the seen them given camp as well, isn't it? Get a little unlucky there, Chapoy. Confidently done by Mateus Nunes. Here's Conceição. Nunes has kept on running. João Felix, and he's got options. Just didn't find any of them. Clever pass to Sanusi, but not from Sanusi. 3 minutes to stoppage time. There'll be plenty of that. Drinks break. Brazilian substitutions. Philip Otele of Hamburg about to be introduced for what little time remains from the Nigerian bench. Quite possibly for Iwobi, we'll find out soon enough. He might get another moment. A little special salute. 109th cap for Bernardo Silva here. 54th for João Felix taking over. He's had his 228th. Even for him. I think it'd be a stretch to say there'll be another tournament. But it's now or never for Cristiano Ronaldo, isn't it? Houston and Miami. They're 3 group games before it then gets more serious. You expect them to negotiate that, no problem. Group K. There's Otele. And indeed it is Iwobi. Not out. Alex Iwobi. Otele playing for the Super Eagles for just the 5th time. Out, nicely taken but followed all the way by Onyemaechi, who is. Stoppage time we go. Gonzalo Ramos hasn't had a sniff of goals that's coming on. There you go, that's a friendly amount. Could have been a lot more. I don't think either side really needs any more though. Gonzalo Ramos, club and country, has to make do generally with being a substitute. I guess it's frustrating. That's well enough though. 10 international goals in his 24 games. The thing is, it's Cristiano Ronaldo. That's the call Martinez has to make, and that is not an easy one. Actually called back for that challenge. Sheffield's getting involved and Costa getting involved. It's he that was bumped and then pulled. He is enormous, isn't he, Paul Onuachu? Playing in Turkey these days. Trabzonspor, formerly of Southampton in the Premier League when they were. Is he doing his job, tracking back. The ball is where Portugal need it for the win. Not throw was a dangerous one, and a very calm header on Yumeji. So do Sanusi, still putting it all in the 93rd minute. Tele, Bassi, they've got 2 minutes to score a goal, Nigeria, and keep a good unbeaten run going. I think the coach and fans should be pretty pleased with how they played here. Sanusi got the ball, and he's also going to get a card because he got Ponces out fractionally before. Ruben Neves trying to get on with it, but that'll come back. Well, in international football, I guess that counts as a high foot. Caution for it. Offside. Reckless, apparently, from Zolu Sanusi. It's another eagle-eyed call, that, isn't it? Now, with Frank Onyeka call, it's time to send it up there, I think, for Nigeria. Went on a amazing run and lost it. Here's Conceição, looks set to be the match winner here. A check of the watch. We've had our 4 minutes. Bernardo Silva will wisely keep it. And Portugal will head west with yet another victory. Much will be expected of Roberto Martinez and his team in the Americas. A week from now they kick off in Houston against DR Congo, then it's Uzbekistan in the same venue, and Colombia in Miami for Eric Shell in Nigeria. It's a summer off before the AFCON qualifiers start again. They've played pretty well here tonight, in fairness, and got level and were level for quite a while. Neto's goal cancelled out by Adams, but a beauty from Francisco Conceição sends the Seleção off west with victory. Portugal 2, Nigeria 1.
Who cares what they say? Size does matter, and we prove it every day at Shop LC with our exquisite selection of lab-grown diamonds. Because when size matters, so does value.
Go to shoplc.com and go figure.
Do you feel overwhelmed by the constantly changing real estate market? You're definitely